Hi guys, welcome to the One Zen Academy. In this lesson we're going to go through some of the exercises. So we're not going to go through all the exercises. As you'll find, there's enough information on the bullet points you need to succeed in these movements. What the exercise looks like. I'm going to take you through more of the troubleshooting. So these are the things that you need to make sure that they happen to be successful in what you're doing. Okay, so I'm going to take you through the squat first of all, because there's some preconceptions about the squat, what it is, what it isn't, should I, shouldn't I, and so on. So in order to do the squat, especially if you're starting with your body weight, if you could do it in bare feet, brilliant, and if you could do it on the grass, even better. Okay, if you do have a mat, fantastic. The mat is one of those really invaluable tools. You'll miss it when it's gone, but you don't necessarily need it. Okay, so with the squat itself, and primarily you've just done your dynamic stretches, so you're primed and ready for action. So we're looking for just slightly widening shoulder width. As I lower down, my knee's going to be in line with my second toe, so it's going to focus on a line that goes down this way here. I'm going to breathe in and initiate the movement, so bending at my hips and my knees. So breathe in, arms out. Exhale as I push the ground away. And it's important that you push the ground away and don't try and push with your feet, don't try and push with your knees, and so on. You have a lot of nerves in your feet, okay? And these get ignited when you think about pushing the ground away. So it creates a chain reaction upwards as we fight gravity. You'll be surprised how the minor details really are crucial with this. Now, if you can, go down as far as you comfortably can, but maintaining a neutral spine. So it does help initially if you've got a mirror, but I wouldn't recommend keeping on with a mirror because you'll rely on more the visual feedback rather than your own proprioception or your interoception feedback. So ideally we want to get to a position where we can breathe in, get to here, and breathe out as we come back up. So we're keeping that neutral spine. What I don't want to happen is for us to collapse in like that. So if I get to here and I think, well, if I go further I'm going to start collapsing, then that's the range that you work with. As you get stronger, your flexibility will increase. And again, that's another preconception, is that I have to work on flexibility to become flexible. Muscles tighten secondary to a weakness. So if your body has a perceived weakness, i.e. it doesn't feel that you're strong or capable, things will tighten up and become restrictive. So work within your own range. As you get on, test that range even further. Try and go deeper and deeper every time, to the point where you can get to here quite comfortably. My knee can go over my toe, okay? Providing I've got a flat foot, my knee's in line with that second toe, and my shoulder girdle is behind my knee. So if I'm here, it's not the same. So I can comfortably be in this position, okay? As I exhale, I push the ground away. Okay, so that's the squat. If I then had some weight, I can hold the weight here, i.e. kettlebell, dumbbells, or a bar here. And again, same deal. As long as the bar is behind that kneecap there, my foot's nice and flat, my knee's in line with my second toe, I'm good to go. So that's the squat. On from that, we have the deadlift. So imagine I'm picking up a dead weight from the floor. So it's slightly different. Legs slightly wider than shoulder width apart. Okay, I'm going to pick up this dead weight. So this one really highlights my posterior chain. So I lean further forward, but my shoulder should always be in line with my wrist, like so. As I exhale, I push the ground away, back up to the start. So I lean forward from my hips. When that imaginary bar goes to my knees, I then bend at my knees. I push the ground away. When the bar gets to my knees, I then push through my hips. So it becomes this movement. Draw your belly button in, squeeze pelvic floor to get a nice, tight, compact drive with your feet. Okay, so the squat, the deadlift are fantastic exercises good all-round strength builders. We then have the lunge, and the lunge itself is just that. Imagine someone fencing, they lunge back and forth. Okay, so start with your right leg. It's slightly wide, it's slightly more or further out than you think it would be. So it's not a step, it's slightly more than a step. So I step, keep nice upright posture, breathe in as I load through that leg, breathe out as I push the ground away. And again, just like the squat and the deadlift, I want to make sure that my foot is doing a lot of work. So big toe, little toe and heel create a tripod. So my foot's firmly planted. This creates a chain reaction all the way up through my chain to allow nice strong position. Exhale as you come up. Inhale, exhale as you come up. Nice and straightforward. Again, keeping that knee in line with second toe, because what I don't want to happen is for me to come in or go further out. I want it to be nice and straight there. Upright posture, exhale as you push the ground away. Okay, so that's the squat, the deadlift, and the lunge. You can play this as many times as you can, along with the theory element, to really get to grips with what you're doing. Or you can take this, download it onto anything that's mobile, and take it with you to any of your workouts. And you'll have me with you in your workout. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. You may get tired of my face and definitely my voice. Sorry about that. Okay, we then have the press up. Now the press up is really just a movement-based plank. So treat it as such. So your body positioning is crucial within this. So really splay your hands out. So we want to separate those fingers because we have a carpal tunnel just here, and that will gently offload the carpal tunnel. If we're like this and I'm a keyboard warrior, then I may be quite restricted through here, and if I'm not used to loading through my hands, it's going to be quite painful. So really increase your surface area. Wrist in line with elbow, elbow in line with shoulder. Step my legs back and lower my hips. Draw your belly button in, squeeze pelvic floor, breathe in, breathe out as you push the ground away. I want to keep a nice neutral head position. Okay, a nice neutral head position. Tongue is going to be on the roof of your mouth, just behind your teeth, and that's because your tongue is part of a muscle that creates a chain reaction that stabilizes your neck as a whole. So let me show you that again. It's a nice neutral head position, breathe in. If that's too much, you can just bring your knees to the floor in that same position. Soft elbows at the top, that would be me locking. That's me nice and soft. So press up. Okay. The opposite of the press up in terms of exercises that we go through is the dorsal raise. And we just lie on the floor for this, which is obviously quite nice. I can place my hands out to the side here. Thumbs, so you're going to externally rotate, thumbs pointing up. Pinch shoulder blades together. Squeeze buttocks. Head in neutral position. Breathe in. Breathe out. That could be stage 1. Stage 2, you can bring your hands out here, thumbs pointing up, increasing the lever. Stage 3, and then stage 4. And so on. So you won't need any weight. We just use a bit of physics to increase the lever length. Job done. Most important aspect there is head position, squeezing your glutes, and then lifting up. You must do it in that order. Because what happens is, I'll show you how it goes horribly wrong. People get to here and go, and they could develop something like a whiplash effect. So it's really important. So those are the main exercises we're going to go through. The others are fairly self-explanatory, but feel free to message me. So there is a messaging facility or my details at the end of this program, so you can email me and I can send you video clips of each individual exercise if you want something more to get your teeth into. Thank you very much for watching.